Here we are. Come on now. Y'all, we love our friends, but y'all decide to want to call on the very last moments. What is wrong with y'all? Anyway. Um, Miss Autumn, hi baby. How are you? How are you? Um, oh, you know what? Give me a second. I got to get the link in case anybody wants to. Here we go. Here we go. Where's the comment? There we go. Girl. There we go. What a day, baby. What a day. A good day. It was a good day. Baby mama is tired. She is exhausted, sweetie. She is exhausted. Just wanted to come on. I wanted to come on and chat with people, see what was going on, see how their day was. Here, Autumn, I'm gonna drop the link. Let me know if you wanna chat it up. Come on through if you want to chat it up. Yeah, that's all I got, baby. That's all I got. Um, Baby, it's not been a good week for the content. It's not been a good girl. I upload it, I record it. I record the main thing, but then baby, I get so busy. I get so tied up that during the day that girl, I just don't get to upload the content, and baby, that's not good. Consistency is key, but baby, it's been more than a notion. How was your day, sweetie? Oh, oh, excuse me, baby. I'm over here, and oh, let me get you up. Let me get you up. Let me get you up. There you go. Can you hear me?
Yes.
There you go, Mama. I hear you. I hear you. How was your day, babes?
My day was it was pretty good. I got pulled over by police. I didn't do nothing wrong.
Hold on, not by ice though, right?
No.
Good job, because they rough over here.
Child,
Baby,
listen,
chill, baby,
listen. It's only a matter of time before they get to Philly.
baby,
It's like it's only a matter of time. So
baby,
you
let me tell you something. Um, Here in Chicago, it's not going the way they thought it was going to be going.
I'm so
My
glad y'all standing up like that. It
baby,
warms my heart.
my people are giving ICE their ass.
Yes, and I love it.
My people are giving ICE their ass. Hold on, Nene, girl, Nay, jump on here so we can talk. I got Autumn with me. Girl, don't be shy. Keep your camera off. You don't want to see it. No, you don't want people to see you. But we can talk. And wait a minute. Let me say this, baby. New York. Woo!
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
yes, yes.
Ice, you were
They
ready
ain't
for all
listen
that.
in New York. In New York, I got family in New York. They ain't get nobody out of there. Them Haitians jumped up. Listen, they went to try to get the Haitians out. They said it looked like all of them came, surrounded them. They couldn't even get out.
Baby. Yes, baby. Michael, hit the link, baby. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can get you the link. Give me 1 second, boo. Michael says he wants a little piece of this. Baby, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's that video that went viral, and I think the lady was from Jamaica, Queens. Okay,
Okay.
I think the lady was from Jamaica, Queens. But baby, I'm telling you right now, she had something for that ass. She had something for that ass, honey. She dropped that voice. Mama was using that lower register, and she goes, "Go ahead and hit me because I hit harder." I was like, "God damn!" Then a white woman colored me shock. A white woman jumped in front of ICE, and then and wait a minute, and she was all up in that ass. I was like, "Oh, okay,
Hey,
okay."
Diva.
Hi, baby. How are you? How was your day?
It was actually fine. It was actually really fine. I did yoga today and I did therapy. And I wanted to just come in a little bit on the conversation about ICE. So I
Huh.
live in DC. I live in DC, as you know, and I was shocked to find out there's a city not too far from the district called Hyattsville, and that's where there are a lot of I want to say this correctly. There are a lot of Latinos and Hispanic people. I saw something that scared the mess out of me. I saw that they were in Hyattsville, like attacking people and getting them out of their cars. Oh my goodness. And you know, between me and you, Diva, I worry about you. I worry about you a lot, and well, you know, because I see it on the news. But I know you say they like to sensualize stuff, you know, sensationalize stuff. But you know, you're in my thoughts when
Okay.
I see stuff like
All
that.
right, baby. Number one, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all listen, 2 years ago when I started up this little channel, I just, you know what, like I said, it was from COVID. I had always been reading. I've always been reading.
Hmm.
I've always been doing my little practices and stuff like that. But going on a platform like this, that's new. And I didn't quite understand I didn't understand the broad reach and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
to have people that I've never actually met, extend concern for me. Thank you, love. That warms my heart. I'm gonna say this. I had said it before. I had said it before. Now I live in the north side of the city, but I come from the south side. And
Okay.
on the south side, I don't know what it is, but um where I grew up, Latinos and black people, we all came up together. We all came
Uh-huh.
up together. And the idea that Latinos would vote for this bastard after the images of brown babies in cages during a global pandemic, baby, that blows me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me just get that right there. That blows me. Okay. But then, like I said on another live, when the Democratic Party did not have that red wave came through young people. And the Democratic Party never did anything. They never said it's due to the young people that we avoided this midterm thing. They never once did that. And the one thing that I got to give, wait a minute, and hear how I'm saying it. The one thing that I got to give the Republicans credit for, baby, they stand unified. Where go one, go
Hmm.
all. There is no division. And what we learned about Charlie Kirk is that they know how to reach their next wave of voters, not the Democrats. Not the Democrats.
Yeah.
You had wait a minute, and I'm not speaking ill of the dead. I'm not
Hmm.
speaking ill of the dead.
Hmm.
Up until this time this boy got shot, I never heard who the fuck he was. And
I
then
knew
I
who you
kept
were.
hearing I kept hearing like, oh, he was a prolific debater and stuff. I'm like, all right, well, let me see.
Oh goodness.
And the thing is that like Charlie Kirk with like Ben Shapiro, here's what they do. They'll attack your point before you could fully finish it, and overtalk you loud. And because they shut you down, people like, oh, he was a master debater. That was a mid debater at best, mid. But the point that I want to say is that he was sent on all these campuses, and he touched on the deficits that these young people were feeling. And so therefore it was like, oh yeah, I feel like that too. That's why he had this huge fellowship. Who do we have for the Democrats that do that?
I want to say this little quote that I listened to in Baltimore. Yeah. The lady, she says that Republicans fall in line while Democrats fall in love.
Fall in love. Yep. We got to do this purity test. Now, there's this one white man. I forgot where the fuck he's from. But 8 years ago, his brother got married, and he was doing this dance, and he had a tattoo right here. And they're like, oh, that's a Nazi tattoo. I looked at the tattoo, and I'm like, it don't look like that. He's a Marine. He believes in Medicare for all. He has on his subreddits, all of this shit. He's been on the right side. And my thing is like, who orchestrated this attack? You know what I'm saying? Because you got to dig. They couldn't find anything, so they're gonna emphasize this tattoo. Man, he was a Marine. He was drunk. He was on leave. He was I think it was in the Philippines. He saw something, goes, put that on me, and that was it. I mean, to this point, to this day, I still don't understand what was Nazi-ish about his tattoo. However, you've got the Republican Party having a full chat with people that said that they love Hitler and and doing all this Nazi shit, and they want to shut it down. Baby, this is a lot of confusion. Today on my recording, I said I'm going to come live tomorrow. There's something I want to talk about. Y'all see what Trump has been doing to the White House?
Yes. I have. You know what? That's but ridiculous. Overall, it's a lot of deflection. And all of the things that we as America is is focusing on, it's a deflection over the big picture. You got the White House being torn down. We got ICE out here. It's a lot of stuff going, a lot of little things, like little fires that's starting all around, and it's taken away from the overall picture. And everybody is, everybody is focusing on right now at this point on the taking down of the White House, the part. I don't like it. Most of us Democrats, we don't like it, but that's, it is what it is. The Epstein files, the bottom line, my opinion, and it might not mean nothing, but we'll never get that. We'll never get it. And America need to know, we need to start focusing on trying to feed these children and these families who depend on these SNAP benefits, on these health care. That's what we need to be focused on. The Epstein files, that's a watch. We'll never get it. We're not going to get that.
So Nate,
because it's not going to only, I'm sorry, baby, one more point. No. It's not going to only hurt Trump. It's going to hurt some of our folks too. So it's been hidden all of this time for a reason. So that's not going to happen. And they need to let it go. I know they want Trump so bad. Find some other shit to get on them, because that Mama, you ain't going to never get it.
Now let me interject this. If they wanted to get Trump so bad, so bad, here's what I want to know. Why was it then The Democrats waited 3 years and 6 months before they started moving on this shit. All right. So the thing is that Autumn, I'm gonna tell you this right now, baby. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Politically, I am feeling homeless. I could never vote for a political party that would make a 10-year-old rape victim carry that baby full term. But then again, I can't see these Democrats doing shit either.
Mm.
So where do we go?
Yes.
Where do we go? You know what I'm saying? And wait a minute. I'm gonna say this, and I'm not trying to heat no boots. The idea of a woman leading the world superpower, I love it. But in 2016, we learned that America doesn't want a woman leading them, let alone a white woman. Why did we think that Kamala had a chance?
She never had a chance. She never had a chance.
But now wait a minute. This is the shit that I don't like. While America is burning, while people who voted for you, Kamala, what did you do during that time? Because you said you wanted to be leader of the free world. This is where we need that leadership now. You went ahead and wrote a book, 107 Days. You know what that was, Autumn? That was a book of one excuse after another. She went on The View. And she said, Sunny Hostin said, how would your presidency differ from Joe Biden's? Oh, it wouldn't differ at all. I'm sorry, what did you just say? All you had to do, brown lady, all you had to do, go to Michigan, face your Muslim constituency, tell them on day one, I'm going to do a ceasefire. Even if you could not,
right?
Even if you were over, tell them, day one, I'm codifying Roe versus Wade. Day one. But you couldn't do that.
Mm-hmm. You know, I was watching The View today. I watched The View too, Miss Ronnie, and it's kind of funny. You were talking about the Epstein files, and the thing was, the lady who came out with a book. She came out with a book, and because apparently one of the victims killed herself or something.
It's the victim that killed herself. That's her book.
Yeah, and so apparently they were talking about it today, and they were saying that they hope that as time goes on, more victims will come out and say something about who did what, because like you just said, none of the main people are going to, disclose it, but I hope, and it even goes deeper to Prince Andrew, so this stuff is really scary about
baby. Charles said, I'm taking your title, baby.
Well, when did he step down? Didn't Prince Andrew step down or gave it up or something?
Charles said, you are not, we are taking your title away. Oh, it's going down over on the pond. Oh, it's going down on the other side of the pond. Oh, yes, it is. Child. Yeah. But so let me say this. When I see shit go down, I don't know if it's by my nature or what have you, or something like that, but I never react superficially. I never react on the surface. When I saw what he did to the White House, first off, let me say this. You all know that the White House is America's is the most famous haunted house in America. You do know that, do you not?
I believe it.
I didn't know that.
Abraham Lincoln's spirit has been there. Abigail Adams, her spirit has been there. many slaves, their spirits have been in there. Michelle Obama, she said that she doesn't feel alone. Many guests have said that they felt something in Lincoln's bedroom. All right, stay right here with me. The East Wing. That's where that's where the destruction took place. The East Wing. Now here it is. That house was built in the 1800s. That house was built, the workforce were enslaved people. Okay. Right there, we've got an energetic bond right there. Not only that, but this house was built, they're called the people's house, but the least represented people were the ones that built it. There's an energetic tie right there. There's an energetic tie right there. When I think of the East, the sun rises in the East. That's hope. East is also the direction of the divine feminine. So, number one, you are not only destroying a national monument for a ballroom didn't nobody ask you for. Number one. Number two, where are the shrouds of this? Where's the lumber and all this that you just chucked it away? That is history. That's number two. All right. The East, you, in terms of a house, you have just taken away the portion of the house where the divine feminine realm lives. What is
The
you doing?
protection is gone. The protection gone.
What is you doing?
So,
Hey, Rhonda,
what
greetings, Rhonda.
I think you were alluding to, I thought you were going to say this, Miss Ronnie, that Trump was having bad dreams, that some you like that he was having nightmares, and it could be the reason why.
I'm gonna say this, baby. I'm gonna say this. First off, let me say, Rhonda, good evening, darling. I dropped the link. If you want to join in the discussion, please feel free. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, baby. Oh, come on through, Rhonda. Come on through, baby. No, so wait a minute. And there's other things too, like my conspiracy mind. It's like, okay, that's not a ballroom. That bastard is building a bunker. Okay, but and then hear this bailout of Venezuela. Your country is on fire, and you did it. And you bailing out Venezuela. You want to know why? Because when this is over, because they know they're not going to be in power for long. They know that. When this is over, that's where they're going to go to. We don't have extradition over there. Oh no, wait. Argentina. Is it Argentina? It's Argentina. Yeah.
Argentina, yeah.
So that Rhonda, give me a second, baby. Rhonda, the thing that says StreamYard, if you click it, it brings you up. If you click it, it brings you up. You don't want to be seen. You could disengage your camera, and your microphone will come on. So there we go. Hold that up. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh,
yeah. Go ahead.
Miss Ronnie, do you know that the White House is built on top of something else? Do you know that?
It was a graveyard. It was a battlefield.
It's a graveyard. I think it's houses. That because before the White House came into play, it's in books. I always tell people, you ain't got to believe me, look it up. But the White House and all of those other judicial houses along that strip or whatever, they're built on top of houses. Like it was communities that the African Americans had built. And when when the White House and everything came into play, they built over top of their town. That was a town where that is. That was a town. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they hear a whole lot of stuff going on over there, because they just took this, they said that's the 1800s, so we might be talking about the 1600s, but it was a town that they built over top of.
Darling, and none of that surprises me. None of that surprises me. So y'all, so again, this is just free
Come on,
flowing
baby.
right now. This just free flowing. So so there's a TikToker, and her name is Kat, Kattg, Kat G. She's from Chicago, and her TikTok is all about paranormal shit that's happening in Chicago, in and around Chicago. Some of it I believe, some of it I don't. There is a let me see if I can pull it up. On the east portion of Grant Park. You know what? I don't want to fuck with this, because if I do, I may lose the stream. I don't want to fuck with this. There's a installation. It's called Agora. It's 150 7-foot tall headless torsos. It was made by this Polish artist. Hey, T Jones. And it's like, I like going there because sometimes you just need to feel insignificant. Sometimes you just need to feel small, and you walk among those statues, and like, those statues don't give a fuck, and they're cast iron, and it's hard, and they don't care if you get hurt or nothing like that, and sometimes you just need that, you know. I will tell you this: Grant Park was a graveyard, and Chicago was built on all kinds of swamp, and so I personally, I feel things in Grant Park. I feel things when I'm in Agora. This girl over here, she said that there were mermaids off of Navy Pier. Now, I worked at Navy Pier, and trust me, I'm a spooky kid. I would love to know that there was some shit like that, but she tells a good story and all that stuff. She talks about a vampire. I will say this. The area that she was talking about, it's the nightlife area of Chicago. It's called Viagra Circle, and that's where like all the douchey guys go. That's where all the douchey guys go. And Hollywood McDonald's was right there, and some dude that she never seen before, she was taken over by the beauty, and she went over to her boss and said, "I'm out." And, he took her for a ride, all this, and they made out. But then there was something that said, "I got to go back." She went back. Her boss is like, "What the fuck happened to you?" And her boss was like, "Don't ever do that again." I'm just telling you portions of a story. Thing is that I know that in Wicker Park, I know that in Logan Square, I know that in Humboldt Park, I have friends that live there. And one of them, my friend Marcy, she's like, "Girl, I need you." I'm like, "Well, what's going on?" She goes, I just need you." And I'm like, "Okay, go to this beautiful 3-bedroom apartment, hardwood floors, all of that." Y'all, I'm telling you right now, that apartment did not feel right. That apartment did not feel right. And we were talking, and I was like, "Marcy, you're not comfortable in this apartment, all right?" She goes, "I'm not." And I said, "Okay, all right. I didn't know what you needed. I'm going to come back tomorrow. And I'll get what I need." Hey, Miss Dana. Hey, Miss Dana. Miss Dana, I'm going to drop the link. Come on up if you want to, babes. Come on up. So, there we go. So I brought some stuff, and she said she felt a little bit better, but some things happened. Now, I say all this to say this. Y'all have seen my back porch. And I do some work there. When I'm making my sacred oils, or when I'm making my Florida water, I do my things back there. As of lately, and especially now that Chicago is cold. Now, I'm on the 3rd floor of a 3-story walk-up. We have a gate. So not anybody just can come up. You got to be a resident in here. There's a lot of old people around me. Not to say that I'm so young, but hold on for a second. Hold on. Let me get that. Y'all, greetings, Miss Dana. Are you there?
Yeah.
Hi, baby. Hi, Miss
Hi.
Dana.
How
Hi,
are
Miss
you?
Dana. I'm very well, Miss Dana. It's wonderful to finally meet you.
I know.
Y'all, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Miss Dana, listen. When I was starting off this YouTube, and when nobody watching me, that Miss Dana was there, and she's like, "Girl, I gotta go. I got my grandson." I was like, Miss Dana.
Yes, ma'am.
It's wonderful to meet you,
Yes,
baby.
it is. How you feeling?
You want to know how I'm feeling? I'm feeling like I'm surrounded by family right now. That's all.
10-4.
Okay. That's how I'm feeling. But listen, Miss Dana, I was just telling the children right now. You know, I love my apartment. I've been here for 12 years, and
Okay.
Order Express, he's in the chat. He helped me get this. He helped me get this apartment. Never had an incident. Baby, I blessed my apartment so that nothing but good energy would come up in here, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, this happened last year. And especially around this time. Now, cold just invaded Chicago. 2 weeks ago, I was sweating my fat ass off. And as of lately, I got to put plastic on the windows, all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what had happened was that I'm on the couch and I'm just minding my business.
Mm-hmm.
And I will hear on my back door.
Mm.
Now, before I go any further, let me say this. When I tell you I got scared, I didn't get scared of what was on the other side of that door. I got scared that my ass was going to go to prison. Don't knock on my door. Don't knock on my door. No one is supposed to be knocking at that door.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I opened the door. Nobody was there. All right. So now, up until a few days ago, I had some plants out there. And one of my plants was growing really good, and I cut some of the leaves off so that I could get it sprouting.
Okay.
So with that being said, I would wake up every morning. I would put my plants out on the ledge so that they can get some sun, and I would water them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would put some more water in the little bud vase. Last night, why do I come home? And I was like, let me go bring these plants in. I bring the plants in. The plants are fine. It's cold, but the plants are fine. The tablecloth that I have my cabinet on, that I'm going to make my ofrenda for Dia de los Muertos. It's a red tablecloth. The table is against the corner, so there's two walls. Tell me why it looked like somebody was pulling off the tablecloth from the side of the walls. And I was like, what the fuck? Nothing was missing. But I go to get the plants, and the little bud vase that I had the little clippings in, the clippings are gone. Now, as I said, that messy tablecloth, that happened last year. I had some flowers that somebody gave me, and I was going to dry them out so that I could put them in my Florida water. I tied them up, and I just had them hanging out. There. My tablecloth is messed up, and those flowers are gone. These are dried flowers. There's nothing out. Why? So I'm only saying this. I think that something definitely wants my attention. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, 'tis the season, baby. The veil is lifting. You know.
Over there. Come on.
So that's about that.
Get
But
back over there.
what's that?
Oh, I'm talking to the dog. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I thought Miss Autumn said something. No, so So yeah,
Be fun.
it is definitely the season. It is definitely the season. You know what I'm saying? And again, I don't have any fear. I don't have that kind of fear. I mean, we are we are more powerful than that. You know what I'm saying? It's only when we give into the fear that that it uses that against us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So how about you ladies? Any of you guys had any experiences like that?
Listen, my grandson passed away going on 3 years. 3 years ago. It'll be 3 years coming up in December. And he was only 16. But he was a prankster. And every time I'm in the kitchen cooking, I hear him running up and down the steps. I know it's him.
Yeah,
He flicks my lights, and I said, Naeem, I said, how you doing, baby? I hope you're okay. I said, please stop running up and down the steps. If you want to go outside, go outside. Then leave me
But now,
alone and go ahead.
but now, Autumn, isn't it funny though how in 2025 people are so much more comfortable in talking about these experiences? Because I tell you this right now, baby, you couldn't have done this 5 years ago. This kind of conversation, people would look at you strange. I'm gonna tell something happened in COVID where the thresholds got real low. You know what I'm saying? Where these type of conversations are okay to have. You know?
Yes. Yeah, I'm it doesn't it frightens my other children. My son is my grandson was actually my son's child. And if he's in here, sometimes Naeem, knock down pictures and stuff like that. And he'd be
Oh,
like, man, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I said, ain't nothing but Naeem. I said, Naeem, stop. You scaring your dad. He was like, man, so some of my kids don't, they are
Still sweet.
frightened but he doesn't frighten me because I know how much he loved me. And he was, like I say, he was a prankster. He was a funny guy. And I think,
hmm
that's his way of communicating. But he doesn't bother me. Running up and down the steps though, because it actually sounds like a person running up and down the steps. It's not like light, it's heavy. And and it irritates me sometimes. And I'll be like, Naeem, because when he was living, he would do that, and like he would just run in and out the house, and I'd be like, Naeem, go ahead on now. If you want to go outside, go ahead. I said, I'm trying to go to sleep. Now stop running up and down these damn steps, and then it'll stop. The lights will
You see,
stop and everything.
but Autumn, did anybody in the chat, did anybody ever see that movie with Oprah, Beloved?
That's my
I
Yes,
never
favorite
that was
wanted
movie.
to
that was
see it.
creepy.
I didn't
That
want
was
to
a
see it.
creepy movie. That was a
I didn't
creepy.
want
It
to
was
That's
see
my
it.
interesting.
favorite movie.
Is it? I was afraid. I was afraid. I mean, I don't know
It was
why. I just
creepy.
didn't want to see it. I didn't want to
It's
see
What?
it.
not scary.
Wait. Hold on. Dana and Michael, give me a second. I want to explore this. Why? Because wait a minute, Autumn. Because in one regard, you have the actual experience of these things happening. Why did that movie turn you off?
I don't. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if it was, maybe it was the way it was. It was shown, like the previews of it. I guess experiencing it and seeing it, in another, in maybe the same way, a different way. I didn't want to. I
because
just didn't want to see it.
because when Oprah is because at the end of the day, um the movie, it starts off with that premise. And Oprah's remaining daughter, it ends up with a story of liberation for the daughter. You know what I'm saying? But that's the catalyst. And Toni Morrison even said herself, she goes, "That I didn't write that story. That story wrote itself through me." Opening scene, Danny Glover, I think he just got out of prison or something like that, and he's walking, and he goes back to the town, and he sees Oprah. Oprah's one of her daughter is gone. We found out that Oprah killed the daughter so that the daughter wouldn't be going to the hands of the slave owner.
Yeah.
And then I think as a result, her man's like, okay, I can't be with you. You did this, and left her with one remaining daughter. And to make a long story short, the dialogue, and Dana and Michael, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, he's coming down the road, and he kind of says, I don't have a place to stay. And Oprah just comes out and says, well, you welcome to stay, but my house, it's got haints, it's got ghosts.
Mhm.
You know, it was just and the thing was that, well, when you out of prison, I guess any place, including ghosts, is better than no place and stuff like that. But I used that story to illustrate how within the Latino diaspora, spirits are just as real as our next door neighbor. We have a reverence. We have a reverence for the other side, just as solid as we do for what we call reality. And it's only the non-melanated people that are nervous about that shit, you know.
I'll say this. I was really close to my grandmother, my maternal grandmother. And when she died unexpectedly, I was very close to her. And so I remember when they had her funeral, like when I was getting ready to leave, I just felt her spirit say, Michael, be careful as you drive. And so from that day on, she's been coming in my dreams, not so much in the recent years, but I kind of call her the high priestess of my soul a little bit. And it's like our relationship has gotten a lot deeper. But that when you said something about spirits like that, I could relate to that.
Well, and here we go, and here we go. Again, due to my job and what have you, the card for the collective today was Dream Talk.
Oh,
it was Dream Talk. So let me read this to you out loud. Give me a second, y'all. Here we go.
That's because he'll run on.
It says your subconscious constantly and subtly speaks through your dreams. It's just one of the many ways in which your soul and those here in the spirit world can reach out and communicate with you through signs, through symbols, through messages, and more. So this was the card for the collective. Baby, this green screen. Y'all, excuse me. Let me tell you something, y'all. This right here is a green screen. When I don't know if y'all heard the story. When I'm looking for a green screen, they said $80. She ain't got no $80. But what she does have is a dollar store down the street. And baby, she got herself a green plastic tablecloth and a single clothes rack. Baby, we got green screen. Okay, we got green screen. Baby, with this, look, honey, it's hard to keep a good diva down. That's why I keep coming. Shit. Okay, so
he just running.
So the thing is that Michael, when you talk about the dreams and stuff like that, those like I was saying earlier today in the reading, those dreams are not random. Dreams are those roadmaps. They're roadmaps from the divine. Your dreams is like your spirit's language. And again, when the threshold is down, when the ego is not involved, when the consciousness will not put a barrier to what divine is talking to you, that's where grandma's talking to her baby. That's where she can get right in there and say what she needs to say. because in our form right here, we're so distracted by everything. Everything is such a distraction that we never check in to see how how are our feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Your feelings are internal data. That's internal information. And that shit is just as important as what the fuck is coming on CNN or MSNBC. This needs to come first. This needs to
Mm-hmm.
come first. You know? So that doesn't surprise me. That don't
Miss
surprise me.
Ronnie, I just
What's
want
up?
I want to share this with y'all real quick because I blew a
Yeah.
lot of people down when I told them this. Real quick. When we talking about dreams, I had an aunt, I loved her dearly. She committed suicide.
Oh.
Before she committed suicide, I was the last person she talked to. Fast forward as not even a year, couple months down, and she had one child. She was raised up with us like she's my sister because when my aunt passed, she was a little girl. So I was in the house one day and the phone rang when we had the house phones on the wall. And I answered the phone. I actually was coming in the kitchen to grab some beer from my parents to take to the neighbor's house. But I wasn't going to answer the phone, but it kept ringing, ringing, ringing. And I answered the phone. I said, hello. And you know how you put your ear to a seashell? That's
Uh-huh.
how it sounded at first. So the operator says, we have a collect call from Barbara Frazier. Would you accept the call? And I was like, Barbara Frazier is dead. So I thought it was a prank. I hung up. Boom. So for whatever reason, I could not find this beer in the refrigerator. I knew it was in here, but I couldn't find it. The phone rings again. I answered the phone. They said the same thing. And I said, yeah, I'll accept the call. So of course she didn't speak to me, but I knew it was her. And it sounded like a seashell. And I said, I'm Barbara. I love you. I said, Nisi is doing okay. Everybody is doing fine. I hope you're okay. I'll talk to you later. And the phone said, dun. I said, okay. Fast forward. She kept coming to me in my dreams, kept coming to me. And it was like, it was crystal clear. She would sit on the edge of my bed. When she passed away, she passed my mom put her in a pink gown with pink slippers. I never forget. When she came to me, she was in a blue gown and she was dirty and tattered. And I said, what happened, baby? What happened? And she said, well, I got some trouble along the way, but I'll be okay. And she said, I love you. I said, I love you too. And she left me. As the years went on, she kept coming. She kept coming. When she came for the last time, she was beautiful. And she said, I love you. She said, promise to take care of Nisi for me. And I said, I will. I will. I'll make sure she's okay. And she said, well, I have to leave now because they're here for me. And the bedroom that I had growing up, I had two closets. And I remember she went to the through the closet on the right, and she was so happy. And I said, I love you, I love you. And she blew me a kiss, and I never heard from her again. And I mentioned this dream because when we hear about the stories about people that commit suicide, they say they go to hell or they go to purgatory or whatever. And I said, they're forgiven. I said, and how I know they're forgiven, I said, because my aunt came and told me that whoever it was, I don't know if it was our ancestors, if it was her angels, her spirit guides, I don't know, but she was happy. But she had to go through whatever she went through to get to the next level or the next place, to be at peace and to be happy. And she was happy and she was glad to leave. So, I try to tell people, I said, no, I said, I can't speak for everybody's soul and everybody's, because I don't, I don't have that expertise, but I can speak for my aunt, and she was mentally ill, and maybe, she was forgiven for taking her own life. She felt like, life did her wrong and she couldn't live anymore. And that's why she went the route she went. But, um, I truly believe that there is that when we have our family, she's the only family member that has passed away that's ever came to me that way. And to let me know that she was okay. Everybody else, my dad, my grandson, he comes through and, try to mess with me, but to dream about them and let me know that they're all right or come and talk to me, I haven't. But, I do believe in that, you know, that our spirits do live on, and those people who have given up on life and have chosen to go out like that, I believe somewhere along the line that they are forgiven, because they're the only ones who know the torment that they're going through inside.
Right
And
there.
we'll
Right
never
there.
understand that. We'll
Right
never
there. Right
understand.
there.
Yeah,
Right there.
you
Autumn,
know.
there's so much that I want to unpack, but real fast, Autumn,
Yeah.
during this live, you have revealed that at least twice two major communications with people that have gone on the other side. So has this always happened to you, or is this just recently?
I have a gift that I don't embrace, and it's because it takes too much out of me. And
Wait, baby, don't say less. Say
I
less. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, Autumn, on the times that I'm flipping these cards and stuff, look at girl. I got my fan right here. It is cold as shit out here in Chicago. But like there are times I'm like, that energy comes out. And if you want to know the truth, it's one of the reasons why I've slowed down on the readings. I thought if I wanted to build my channel, I got to be reading and stuff. I'm wiped out. I'm wiped out for about a day. I'm wiped out.
yes,
That many readings, I'm wiped out. But I will say this, Autumn. We all have it. We all got our
yes,
gifts. But mama, yours is so close to the surface. In your time, start tapping in. Because girl, we're gonna need you out here.
that
We're gonna
part.
need you out here. We definitely gonna need you out here. Before I
Oh,
go any further, Dana,
yes, ma'am.
Dana, dude, is anybody in your family not running you? That little dog,
Yeah.
Xavier. I mean, Dana. Okay,
Look, and then my
Dana,
husband just bought me the dog for it because on the 15th was the 4th year that I had my breast removed, right? So, because I had breast cancer 4 years ago. So now I'm trying to train the dog to stay with me and they come right off the collar. And my daughter's sitting over there, just let him just run off the collar. I'm like, you know
listen,
what?
well, number one, Dana, number one, Dana, baby, you made it, and I personally am happy. Dana, this is a 38 right here. I don't listen. If they fell off right now, I'll be okay. If they do, girl, just send me your
Let
address.
me tell you something. That's the best thing God did for me. I don't have to buy another over the shoulder holder.
Oh, baby, listen, honey, wait a minute. It's one step above a sports bra right up in here, okay, honey. Wait a minute. They're like, hey, Ronnie, can you run again? Oh, Ronnie don't run. Ronnie don't run.
Yeah,
Ronnie
brother.
does not run. Ronnie don't run. Not,
I had to run and get
Ronnie
my
don't
damn
run.
dog, though. I was going to get my dog.
Wait, run my mouth, run from my responsibilities. That's what Ronnie does. But run physically? Oh, no.
And then he
You got to
knew,
run.
so he's getting to know us, you know what I'm saying? So he brand new, so he trying to get to know where he stay at, and we out in the yard. So I was
Oh,
like, you know what?
trust and believe. He knows who mommy is. He
He
knows
better.
who mommy is.
But I ain't no
Well,
track
here
star.
it's close to midnight, you guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head out. Thank you so much, Miss Ronnie, for allowing me to come
Oh,
on your
baby, you know
show.
I love you.
Yes,
Wait a minute.
yes.
And I give Michael the flux. Cause he will jump in class and I'm like, he went not sleep and stuff like that. But baby, thank you for
All right, good night,
joining. Thank you
y'all.
for
Good
joining.
night. Good
All right,
Good
night.
night,
good
baby.
Good
You
night.
have a good night,
Bye.
sweetheart. You have a good night, baby.
What?
Okay. I love that boy. Love that boy. Go ahead. But back to you, Dana. And the only
He's a
reason why
star.
and the only reason why I said start embracing it because again, I go back to what Toni Morrison said. Toni Morrison had a very good friend. I forgot what her name is. A Jewish woman. She's still around. She's still around. And I can't think of her name. She wrote one book. She wrote one book, Metropolitan Life. Give me 1 second. Metropolitan. Who is the author of Metropolitan Life? Fran Lebowitz. That was it. Fran Lebowitz. Fran Lebowitz and Toni Morrison were very good friends. And I think it was the New York Metropolitan Library. They conducted this interview where Fran Lebowitz was interviewing Toni Morrison. Toni Morrison was interviewing Fran Lebowitz.
Mm-hmm.
And Fran asked Toni, "How do you write your books?" And Toni Morrison said, I get inspired and I let the inspiration take me. You can say whatever you want. Toni Morrison, in her eloquent way, was in Spanish we call it asiento. You call it possession or what have you, but it's when the spirit takes over. She was typing that. She was typing away. As a writer, Miss Autumn, I think you need. I'm feeling that you need your connection, and that the words and the inspiration will come a little bit more fluid. You're doing fine the way you are. I'm just saying, you got it, baby. Tap into it.
Yep.
That's it. That's it. You all, I am going to cut this live again. I just wanted to this was a bad week for content creation. I got it. I upload, I recorded, but if it's one thing, it's another, and I don't get to upload it. I just wanted to touch base with you all, and that was it. So I'm going to come back tomorrow. We're going to talk more about the White House. I'm going to go a little bit more deeper on a spiritual level with that. So, tune in for that. So, Nene, if you're still here, thank you so much. Order Express, thank you so much.
Good night.
Good night, Dana. Good night. It was wonderful meeting you finally. Rhonda, thank you so much. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Miss Autumn, thank you for being the queen of this discussion today. And I hope I see you all tomorrow. All right.
All right. Good night.
You have a good night, baby. Bye-bye. All right, you all. Thank you so much. And tune in tomorrow, and we'll continue discussing. All right. All right. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay on assignment. All right. And